Hey, what's cracking, everybody? It's Playa Potna, host of the Motion Country Cuzzin Sir WinnieDahBish coming at you, man. And this is a very special, to me, a very, very cool What's Happening with Winnie. It is one with probably one of the coolest dudes that I've met out here in Oregon since, you know what I'm saying, I moved out here. And, oh, wow, we have a fly in the house. And I would be remiss to say that he's not my brother. From the second I met him, from the second I saw him, I knew that we were for sure gonna be brothers. So with all that, man, we're gonna bring in the illustrious Buddy White, aka Rob the Poet. If we can get his video cracking real quick. There we go.
Do I start it?
Hey, there we go. Rob the Poet.
Ready.
What's going on, bro? So like I said, man, father, poet when I first met him. Now, as of 11/11, when you guys see this, is gonna be a little bit late. So hopefully you've all already ran through the album list.
Running on nigga time, man.
Yeah, for sure. But as of right now, as of 11/11, he just dropped his first EP, journal entries, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So kind of break down. First of all, man, how you doing?
I'm doing, man. I'm blessed and highly favored. Yeah, I'm blessed and highly favored.
Yeah. So just moved on me from Oregon to Texas.
Yeah,
it was grown up thing to do his big thing. We fuck with that. How are you transition? How you like to transition down there in Texas, bro? Because I know it's a different thing down there.
Bro, I got my acres, I got my mule, I got my family, I got my blessings. Like,
there we go.
Real talk. Like, I'm looking out the window right now. We got a little stretch of land in front of us. We got about 2 acres behind us. Nice. We got 2 happy dogs. I got a happy daughter. I got a happy woman. You happy? Are you happy? Okay, I got a happy.
She said, yeah. For shit show. I like it. So kind of break down real quick to the people who you are, where you come from. Give us your little background real quick, bro, and then we're gonna go straight into like how we met. Straight from that to how we met. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
Your POV and then my POV.
Okay. A little background. From the town, from Portland, Oregon, born and raised, baby of 10. So I had a lot of different figures to look from, right? And want to be like, granted, never came from a broken home. I had my father, I had my mother there. I was loved. Right. I am loved. Let me say that. They raised me right. Myself, I just wanted to be a little badass. My mom passed away when I was 11, which kind of, I guess, you know what I mean, for any young person that's not knowing how to communicate emotions, not knowing how to communicate, they're going through these stages. I started wilding, right? Started kicking it with the gang, started being out and about, running amok, giving my dad hell. I was held to my dad, but I mean, he showed me what a man was and he taught me how to be a man, right?
Yeah.
We can circle back on that because that's an important figure in my life.
For sure, we'll get into that.
But from there, man, got into some shit with some so-called niggas that was supposed to be from my side of the turf, you know, and they wasn't who they portrayed themselves to be. You know what I'm saying? And it's no fault to them because we were all adolescents, and I love them to this day because it helped me become who I am. But it put me on my journey. I got locked up, got sentenced to a 5-year bid under. I pled out of a Measure 11, and that kind of is part of my story, right? I didn't know what Measure 11 was. And for Oregon, it's a mandatory minimum sentence. And for 15, like from 15 on, you can get charged as an adult, right? We can get into that.
Pretty fucking much.
Yeah.
It's slavery.
It's how they lock niggas up. It's how they get niggas in the system early. And once you get in the system, it's just kind of a rat race. And how much can you spend real quick to get out of it type. It's all about money. Yeah. From there, got locked up. Did my bid. I was the only one from my section, man. Literally the only one from the turf, bro. For the time being, man. So I was getting into a lot of ruckus. I was knocking heads. It was knocking minds, bro. But I remember one of the last fights I got into, and I don't want to make myself out to be rah-rah like I was pressing niggas. Now I was staying in my lane, trying to find my lane, right? So I'm finding my character through all of this. Yeah. From there, I got into this last fight, And I remember my family coming the next day, and I hurt the kid pretty bad, right? That's why I don't gamble to this day. Anywho, fucked up, hurt the kid. They're talking about adding more time onto my sentence, right? And then I remember my family being there, and they had nothing but negative things to say about me. And I remember my dad looking at me like, damn, like, nigga, I'm low-key ashamed. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be making me proud. Like, you fucking up. I don't care that you're in jail, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you wear my name type thing. You wear our name. And I remember my sister, stepmom was there, but my sister, she looked me in my eyes crying and stuff. And she was like, look, like, mom didn't raise you this way. We're not raising you this way. Either you choose your path and you lie in that bed that you want to do, or you do something different. So from there, I started writing. That's where poetry first came from. So, you know, every nigga want to be a rapper at one point in time. You test it out.
I wanted to be a rapper as well, bro. I was like 12, 13 years old, nigga spitting bars.
If you didn't get the negative, that positive reinforcement early, you gave it up and then you started hooping or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Small dreams, and that's unfortunate. You did, but so I didn't really like rap because of the structure I had to be confined to, right? I had to be a mainstream, or you know, I just didn't like that. And trying to find myself as an individual, again, it's a journey, right? So I started writing poetry, and started just writing, and I just sat back, observed my whole situation. I wrote it down, and it got passed on to a person. That got passed on to a person. It got passed up to the superintendent. Got passed on to the person who runs all the places, facilities. And they're like, they wanted me to come speak at a shareholders meeting. They're like, hey man, I think we want to, what's your insight? You know what I'm saying? Like the way you broke it down, come talk to us.
Elaborate. What was the poem on your outlook while you were in prison?
Yep, it was my first poem that I actually wrote. My first poem, and it's taking me to the White House, right? It's entitled Power, and essentially I'm just breaking down different forms, and I could send you the PDF of it and stuff like that.
For sure.
But it's just breaking down different forms of what power is, right? What is it that you think of when you think of power? You can think physical, rah, yeah, that's a form of power. You can think mental, that's another form of power. Spiritual, that's another form of power. It's all these different realms. Sure. But with this power, how are you going to reclaim that power? Because in some way, there was some type of influence that kind of swayed you, and you either let that go and it died off and you just forgot about it, or somebody encouraged you, you stayed in that lane. And, you know, those are the blessings or the different attributes that come through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But shit, man, I wrote it, and again, I didn't think. God bless me, man. I say it numerous to everyone, like God saw me through, man. And those were the times when I got into fights and I was in a hole by myself. That was the only person I could rely on, and that was the only person I could talk to, him and myself. And I couldn't fake it to myself, and I could try to fake it to myself, but I know I couldn't fake it to him. You know what I'm saying, G? Like, sure. Yeah, so through this whole journey, so many blessings came. My sentencing judge ended up being a mentor and dear friend of me, right? Nice. And a teacher, huh? Yeah. Nice. And so through this whole period, I wasn't like sending them hell letters and them, but I updated them on different things I was doing. You know what I'm saying? After I got in a fight, I totally just switched. I was like, you know, niggas know where I'm from. If y'all can call me bitch. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Come in my space, you gonna see what it is. But other than that, your words don't hurt me, bro. So I went through a whole period in time where I was kind of isolated, but through this period of me being isolated amongst everyone, I was housed with all the Crips. I kept getting in fights with all the Bloods. Crips didn't fuck me. I didn't fuck with the Blood. It was an awkward scenario. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So in this isolation, I found who I was trying to become, and I remember manifesting it. I remember being in a cell, speaking out my future, right? Like, bro, I'm gonna get this, I want this. And I was just talking to myself, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. Long story short, wrote the judge one day and was like, hey man, I'm getting into like half of my period or half of my timeline. I'm learning about different things. Is it possible I can get out early? Different things like that. So he's like, I'm about to come visit you. So happened, this is how God works. So happened, that's the same day that the superintendent, did not know my judge was gonna come or anything like that. Superintendent invited me to come talk to these shareholders. So when my
Nice.
judge came, me and him had our meeting on our unit and stuff like that. We're talking about the possibilities of me getting out. Boom, from there, we walk into the room. I was like, I have this meeting, you could come. He's like, okay, straight up. He walks in. The nigga under him knows my judge because he was studying with him. You know what I'm saying? It's weird how it works.
Uh-huh.
So all these lessons like are finding yourself. From there, I found myself traveling every other week. I'm behind bars, but I'm traveling all around Oregon trying to speak on different topics. I'm now speaking. I'm now becoming a speaker. And God's putting this path out for me. From there, a couple of my boys and my brothers and stuff, we started getting on different platforms and speaking and different things like that. Long story short, get closer to my senses. I go to camp. We go to camp. I really didn't want to come back to Portland. I'm not even gonna lie. I did not want to come back to Portland just due to the old shit. And I'm trying to change and stuff like that.
Yeah.
One of my mentors was like, hey, fill out this application for this position across the country. I said, okay, well, filled it out, got it while I was still in jail. I remember my first meeting being on video like this, right? And then I remember the next meeting was going to be the day after I got out, like the next day.
Yeah.
I'm trying to push to get there. It's in DC though. So I'm talking to mentors, boom, 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 get the letter from the governor. He's like, you can leave. Boom, I leave jail. Boom, from there, go to my PO. Boom, my mentor, who's my judge, told me to come live with me. You know, that's unheard of, right? It was a blessing. It was a blessing, bro.
Hell yeah.
And I don't want to like not elaborate on that because that was a big part for me and like my transition to seeing a different light and seeing like a different outlet. You know what I'm saying? But I dropped my shit off at his house, drove up to Portland, nigga, got on a plane. I was in DC and I was joking. I went for this conference, but I was joking. I was like, the next time I come to DC, I'm going to the White House. Boom, little did I know, working with this organization, I'm traveling every week. Now I'm out of jail. I'm leaving in and out. That's how we met. Actually, that was one of the first weeks I was out there because we came to Papa Soul's.
Shout out to Papa Soul Food, baby.
Man.
Oh, I miss that place.
Is
bro.
Papa Soul still there or it shut down? Huh?
Yeah. They shut it down like a few years back, probably like 3 years back. It's still there, like the building's still there, but it ain't Papa Soul Food no more. But yeah, that was nostalgic, man. That was like when we first met, bro. And I think I'm gonna kind of pick it up from there. And it's like at least like on the spot where like we meet. Super genuine, bro. Came up into the shop like right during lunch, right at the end of lunch. Came in, chopping it up with him. He was in my section, talking to him. Got them their food. When they left out, I was actually off at the time, and I was at the house next door to Papa Soul Food where we all smoked at. And I was outside smoking when bro walked up and was like, yo, appreciate the hospitality. You're a cool ass dude. I'm a cool, you know what I'm saying? Like black people, it's very sparse out here. We should probably link up. And he was like, do you think that they might be hiring up in there, bro? Like, cause I'm in a town, like I'm looking for a spot that's like pretty cool, like how you are, like this is. And we weren't able to get him a job there, but we were able to build a friendship from that point. Cause I think after that,
build a brotherhood, nigga.
Yeah, bro. It went from a friendship to a brotherhood very, very fast. And I think it was like 2-3 weeks right after we met, we went to a football game. Nigga. And we walking up the bridge after the game and shit, nigga. Like, nigga, everybody else is going this way. We walking into Springfield, nigga. Like,
because I got the random ticket that day.
Yeah, and I think I met some of the people you talk about, actually, like some of your mentors and like some of the people who like helped you out. Yeah.
Because I remember it because this because I'm on papers, I'm on parole still. We around, you remember the lawyers and shit, bro. We popping it at the tailgate. Nigga, you pull out
I pulled out the joint like it was
it, nigga. I looked over at one of the lawyer niggas. They looked at me. And he's like, "Bro, do your thing." I was like, "Oh."
Nigga, I said, at that point, I thought I was Wiz Khalifa, and being out here in Oregon, it was like it's legal to smoke.
It's legal, dude.
So I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna have a joint or a blunt with me everywhere I go, nigga. Like it ain't no question about that.
Oh.
And I ain't no cousins on papers. And then like he was like, he told me afterwards, he was like, yeah, man, and like them lawyers, bro, like. Some of them niggas is a high up, bro. You just like sparked one up. Hey, fuck it, nigga. But it goes from shit like that to we go to the same party. Me, you, and Vontae go to a party where I just so happened to meet my child's mother. the mother of my child at that same exact party. So I tell Vontae that all the time too. I'm like, bro, if it weren't for you and that nigga buddy, bro, like keeping me at that house, nigga, I wouldn't have a kid right now.
Cause
I
nigga,
don't know if I should thank y'all niggas or hate y'all niggas, but no, I'm fucking around.
Nah, nigga, that was nigga the Taylor days where we would go, bro. We would go in there and it just be our vibe, nigga. We didn't give a fuck about nobody else.
Bro,
nigga.
it was straight up us.
Was ours, nigga, and we was in our zone, nigga. Nigga, how many times we tore that shit up? Or nigga, Davis's or James's,
bro,
nigga?
we tore Davis down plenty of nights, man. And I think that's kind of where I think I knew for sure I had a brother, a brother out here, man, because and somebody who had my back, like, because nigga, we from the same turf, you know what I'm saying? Like we kind of got the same wavelength when we think or when we talk. So for me, it was politics. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it was like super simple and it was an easy transition for us to like kick it. And I think as we both grew and got older and situations happened and I needed you, you needed me. I feel like we found each other and we were able to lean on each other at certain times. So you were a big part to like the mental health, my mental health side, when it comes to like being able to be vulnerable with other men, you know what I'm saying, about real shit. You know what I'm saying? You and my little bro ex. So let's talk about fatherhood, because we're both fathers. You have my little koala and my gecko down there. Or well, at least koala, gecko.
Koala's still up in the town. I need to get her.
Okay. And then I got Nelly. And then you were talking about how like you had your pops in your life. So we're both very stern, not stern dads, we're right there. Like we cry about it, we fight for our kids, you know what I'm saying? We're dedicated fathers. And I think I'm a dedicated father because of not having mine in my life. And you had yours in your life, and you also had your mom for a while. But you know, you lost your mom. You know, God rest her soul. Kind of speak on where your drive to be a present father comes from, with like kind of like having the opposite mode of what most Black dudes have. Because like I said, you did have your father growing up.
So when I do speak on my dad, I say it was not the lack of, because I never went without. I've always had clothes, you know what I'm saying? There was always a head over my shoulder. I learned from his error, if that makes sense. Where he fucked up, I seen him grow out of. I saw a man that went from having a complete home to it being broken, and him now becoming a solo head to raising and leading these kids. You know what I'm saying? So there was a lot of error in there. There's a lot of frustration. There's a lot of impatience. It was a lot of just fucked up shit. A nigga learning.
Yeah.
And now that I'm full circle, and at the time growing up, 16, 17, this nigga telling me, giving me the game that the big homies was giving me. He was giving it from a genuine place though, where nigga, I have no ill intent behind this. You're not gonna, I'm gonna prosper if you prosper off of the game that I'm giving you. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not charging you potentially your life.
Exactly.
You know
get some game for sure.
But
but you ain't see it that way. I did you ain't see it that way.
I did it. I mean, I picked up some of the way, you know what I'm saying? Some of the little trinkets and stuff. I mean, everybody does. But the error was where I really learned, because I saw what I didn't like. I saw what I didn't want. I saw what I did want. I saw the good points. I saw the bad points. I saw him be vulnerable. I saw him cry, right? So for men, especially Black men, it's we have this fucked up misnomer where we can't be vulnerable.
Machismo, for sure.
We can't let out emotion. We can't go through our cycles, right? Day has night. Spring has summer, has fall, has, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's the cycle.
Yep.
You know,
speak
the
on
life of a flower it's a cycle. So all these things in my atmosphere, in my world, has a cycle. You're trying to say I'm the only thing that doesn't, and I can't have a cycle. It's wrong for me to have a cycle. That's what he taught me. And with that, I mean, granted, the nigga's sensitive as shit now. The nigga be crying on I'm like, hey, dad, I'm turning into him, bro.
That's me, nigga. I cry off everything, bro. Sad music made me cry.
Bro, nigga, I didn't cry on the Finding Nemo the other night, nigga.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so look, you remember when Nemo was put in the bag and she was like, wake up. This nigga, bro, Scar or whatever the fuck the fish name, he didn't care about his life. He said, load me up. Boom, shot himself out there.
Bro,
boom, like little homie
sacrifice.
Little homie gonna live. Like, hey, on everything I love.
Take me, Jesus.
I want my daughters to understand those are the homies you need. Like,
hey, yes, bro. Like, hey, look, I'm gonna take this for you, bro. If I gotta throw myself in front of this for you, I got you. No, I think that's a very, very dope point that you speak of, and I'm kind of glad that you said that, because that's like an alley-oop for me. Being vulnerable as a man, and then now it's time to transition to your music a little bit. You can tell, like you told me over the phone when I called you, like, yeah, man, I was just putting my heart out there, like that's my soul bleeding, that's my heart bleeding. You say it on outro as well. I want the people to know, like, I got a chance to hear Soundscape and outro before they were like out there to you guys, you know what I'm saying? Before it was like a real known thing that he was putting out music. I thought he was just recording these just at the crib, just like to get his shit out. Seriously, I thought he was just getting his shit out, like, this is some shit I want to send to my daughters one day. This is some shit I want to talk to the homies about, you know what I'm saying? But I can't. But to, like, I'm not lying to you, bro. I cried. Like, after we got off the phone, I cried listening to Soundscape go into outro. I cried because I listened to Petty go into trust issues, and I know exactly what that is. And I was telling my wife about this. I was like, boo, Buddy's album is so good because it is Buddy. It is Buddy in a conversation. We are both some contradicting, vulnerable, emotional motherfuckers, but we so damn gorilla at times that we don't see it until it's some shit like your album, because you have it. It starts, the duality of your conversation, the duality of your music and your heart coming out starts, to me, with Maze Runner to Touchdown. Maze Runner is a real life thing that us as Black men go through. Like, you speak on, like, hey, little homie, like, you ain't gotta go through the same bullshit I went through in order to be accepted by the hood. You go from that to being like, nigga, I just got the pack, nigga. I guess I'm the man now. Touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Touchdown, bust down. So, like, speak on where your duality, like, and where it's okay for you to be like, because we all know this, and people who listen to my podcast should know this, like, recording something or writing something down, drawing something, making something, and then just putting it out to the world is so vulnerable in the first place, because that's your heart in general. You know what I'm saying? That's your love. Like, you've opened up and bled and put this shit on wax. So speak to that when you talk about like, I just, you know, like, Maze Runner Touchdown, Petty to, you know what I'm saying? Like, speak on that, bro. Like, where does that, like, why were you so comfortable with that?
First off, I'm humble and I receive thank you. You know what I'm saying? Just that acknowledgement. Thank you for listening to the project. It was somewhat vulnerable for me because a few of the songs I sat on for a while. And like, this has been a project where when I came out of a dark place, it was something that needed to be let out for me to cross a threshold in my own self, right? So first two, it goes boom, swerve, like, you know what I'm saying? I just had to get my little flavor, you know, and then I wanted it. It is a journey. It is a journey from all the aspects of my life and the impact of different individuals that I interact with. So I wanted to start with something real deep that made you think, like, nigga, like, I'm just trying to get the fuck out of this. Like, nigga, this ain't cool. We talking about this for 20 years now in rap. The influence, the impact that falls off and how it affects our culture. In Portland, one of the commissioners said we don't have a problem with gang violence, and that was alarming to me because it's not affecting you directly, so we ain't got a problem. It's not in your direct sight, So we ain't got a problem.
Yep.
But then it's the tale of two cities, because our city still over here is being impacted. What I saw in the last fucking couple years of my young men dying, we're being impacted. I just buried a 17-year-old that just had his son, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like, just had his son, bro. And he literally cried for help the weekend that he died, moments before he died. My nigga, this is a cry for help. I need help, y'all. I need to get the fuck out of here. I'm in a situation. We got you. We don't get no more text backs. We find out the next day he did. I had to see my little nigga off. So for the town, and it hurts. It hurts. Yeah. And for me, I was holding on to my young man's stories. So when I went to I'm losing my order. Boom, swerve, boom, 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 touchdown. What's be Maze Runner. Maze Runner was at a time where, again, our city was getting touched. It was, you can look on the geo map of shootings and you can see literally by the timeline of how niggas are tagging each other back and forth. And it's like, damn, I can't go to the store anymore. I can't go out every single time. I'm thinking of going out as somebody being killed. You know what I'm saying?
I remember you calling me with this shit, bro.
I'm done with it. So from there, when it went to touchdown, touchdown, one of my favorites, right. I did make the beat. I'm not a beat maker, but I made that beat on fucking GarageBand and shit. I was like, this one won't play. Look that, right? Look. I mean, shit, it's still part of the nigga cycle, right? So it's just, nigga, again, it is that moment of, I feel up right now. But then it's like, what am I really up off of? This is a touchdown. I'm joyful. I'm about to get some numbers off of this. But in the same sense, I can do numbers off of this, right? It's a twofold. And from there on, it was more of a conversation with myself. It was what came after touchdown?
Stussy and then Weak and Harder.
Stussy was a good feel. I just wanted to be me again. What makes me me? Nigga, Stussies are socks, nigga. Like real shit. That whole song off a pack of socks that I had, bro. My homegirl bought me some socks for my birthday, and they were my favorite socks. I still have one of them. I don't know where the left one went. It seems like the left one's always been fucking missing, bro. The left one's
I got the right one still, though.
Yeah, the right one I still got. It's still in here. Look, but it was the feel good of it, right? I can't think of the movie, but Tom Cruise, he comes in sliding in the socks, and he just has his white shirt on. You know what I'm saying?
I remember that movie.
But that just, the aura of that one scene in those socks just made me feel like, nigga, I'm stunting in my Stussies. Like, nigga, fuck anything else. Y'all can't fuck my vibe. Yeah. But then after that, it was a journey where, I went personally in my life where I broke up with my youngest's mother, and I felt, you know what I'm saying, all kinds of emotions. And it's, nigga, moments, man, I miss you. Nah, and then other moments, bitch, I know what you put me through. Excuse my language, female. I know what you put me through. And then other shit is like, okay, you almost made me forget who I was. I'm still him, nigga. And I had to talk to my nephew yesterday. I hate him, but I'm still him. Like, stop playing. I still have another side to me. I'm not a Gemini, I'm a Virgo. Let's get it straight. But I have another side to me. I'm a lover boy. Don't make me go hard. Like, that's not me.
You say that second. You say that in the second verse too. You're just so you get it, homegirl. Like before the day broke, your homegirl was trying to get broke. Remember that? You know what I'm saying? Your homegirl was trying to get broken off before the sun went down. The same day you broke up with me, bitch. So
I'm not trying to.
I'm still him,
but I can do that. I have a couple weapons.
But then, like, I think that's where you go right into trust issues, and that duality comes back in, because it's like, I recognize, like, you had trust issues. Like, you told me you was fucked up from the jump. I just didn't care because I'm fucked up. And I felt like we could do this shit together. Bitch, you got trust issues, so do I. So like, why can't we do this shit together? Like, so I felt like I was fucked up from the jump. So like, it just, like, you literally, like, you're going left hand, right hand this entire time. So it's a beautiful thing to see.
And it's funny how that did play out, because trust issues, I wrote that, nigga, in 16, 15 maybe. Like, that's a 6-year-old song. And it had to do with me, because I'm gonna be real, I have some fuckboy tendencies.
We both do. You still do kind of sometimes. I don't.
It hit me. But listen, Yeah. But
Lord bless us,
when
we
I
still learning
started,
black men don't cheat.
yeah, exactly. Black men don't cheat. Man. We don't. But being vulnerable myself, right? I started losing myself to a lot of distractions once I got out of jail. I admit that, and that's me on my own personal journey and growth. What I noticed with me being vulnerable with myself and understanding. My mom used to say to me when I got in trouble at school, she said, how are all these different people wrong and you being the common denominator
All right.
links all of this, but you're always like, it don't make sense.
Yeah.
So me with my relationships, I keep seeing the same ending to a lot of my relationships. I keep hearing the same things from a lot of my partners. It's, you're giving me trust issues. You don't make me feel sure in us. And it's like, damn, okay. All these females can't be wrong. If I keep in it and I'm in this, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, what is my bounce back? My bounce back is, I'm gonna get over this bitch. I'm about to go get another one. Nigga,
hey, bro, you trying to go to Taze?
Yeah, exactly. Nigga, like, you know how many times niggas been done that? But the thing that I'm learning as I get older, each time you fucking with somebody, you taking on a soul, you taking on a demons and angels, and you giving them yours. So all these different spirits that you impacting, this person don't know you about to unload on them. They don't know what they signing on for. It's a spiritual war. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not just fucking, bro. Like you giving more than just physical when you have sex.
Talk to me nice. I'm serious. Like,
yeah, for sure. Like, that's like a thing that like I want to preach too, bro. Because like that's another thing young black men don't understand. Is like I was that way too. I used to fuck my way through pain, bro. Like especially like once I found out like I was good at it, because I was insecure, bad teeth, you know what I'm saying, a little skinny.
That's what it boiled down to.
Once I got, it really was like I was trying to fuck my way through my own insecurities and like not look at the mirror and like run away from demons. Now I'm like me and my demons are homeboys. Like these niggas come over for holidays. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not afraid to talk to these niggas no more because like I'm prepared with tools. But like I used to literally try to fuck my way through situations like 2-3 girls at the same time, like because like if I was alone, then like I had too much time to think about my own pain instead of like being around somebody else and talking about this shit, smoking, you know what I'm saying, like hyping up the little small moments that I do have and the little bitty things that I do feel like make me something special. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, facts. And it wasn't until, honestly, bro, it wasn't until like I had to call you. I was like, bro, can you come pick me up? Like, I ain't got nowhere to go. I ain't got nowhere to go. Like, this is for real, the bottom. And I'm not saying like I need you to help me get out the bottom, bro. Like, I know you hear from me while I'm at the bottom and I'm crying, bro. Like, I know if I need it, you hear. And bro, let me like come to the crib, and like that's when I started going to counseling more. I started going to anger management more, therapy more. And I figured out, like, it was before that, but like right at that moment, I figured out like I didn't need to, like, all like the demons that I had in the moments of me staying up hard at night and like not being able to commit came from attaching my wagon to 19 fucking other bitches' demons. And it's not their fault that like we ended up being at those intersections at the same time. Because you know time is what it is, but at moments where I feel like, damn, bro, I apologize for being a fucking asshole because I ruined you at a certain point. You know what I'm saying? Like I jaded your view of other niggas, bro. Like, like I'm sorry, dog. And I think having Penelope also fucked me up, nigga. Because like I don't want my daughter to be jaded by a nigga like me at all, bro. Like that's so scary, cuz. If a little nigga like me come to my house, bro, like
I'm punching him out, nigga.
I'm going to prison because I'm gonna beat the fuck out of a 15-year-old, cuz.
He said you 15.
Nigga, you look 30.
Nigga, you look 30. Nigga.
It's cracking, bitch.
Nigga, you look 30. Bro.
But yeah, that's the fear. And I think that's what grew me up a lot.
Real spit. Not even to take away or anything from that, because that was that needs to be unpacked. Let me give you your flowers. Your growth, in which I see you as a man, has been fucking mind-blowing, bro. And I'm proud of you. Like, real shit, I'm proud of you and where you're at, nigga. Like think about where we met into where you are now, bro. Again, we had that conversation like, nigga, we both fathers now. Now we both got girls. Now we did like real shit, the growing up that took in your own struggle. You know what I'm saying? Your own story, bro. Like you went through a lot of pains and you transitioned through that, nigga, to be a man to be a man to a little princess, a queen. You know what I'm saying? That's looking to you, and you're going to be the example for other, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Is that little nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is that little nigga gonna be me?
And I think that's why I try to impact the community as much as I do out here with the youth. You know what I'm saying? At the Boys and Girls Club at the Y, if I see them hooping, you know what I'm saying? I try to impact the community a lot because like I did fuck up so much. Like your big sister or your mama, like I might have fucked over your mama or your big sister, bro, or like your aunt or some shit. Like, so it's only right that I give back as much of my soul as possible, and I be vulnerable to the little niggas to show them like, hey, bro, like, I understand like Instagram is cool as fuck and it's dope as fuck to show off all the flashy shit, but like, let's show off sometimes that we sad too, because motherfuckers need to see that. And I think that's what these moments are, bro. Like that's yeah, I appreciate you giving me my flowers, dog, but like, you're right. It took moments of me being like beat the fuck down and that me dragging myself down even more in order for me to actually see like you're okay with being scarred up. You're okay with being, you know what I'm saying, like damaged goods a little bit, you know what I'm saying, but you still here, like you got to get up. You got to get up. And it's not for you no more. Like you got to get up for Penelope, dog.
Yep.
So like the episode after this, you guys are going to get like the food, because this is going to be the episode before the last episode. So the last episode, I'm going to pour my soul out to you guys and give you like everything, since this is like the mental health episode. So what he's talking about, you guys are going to hear more elaborated in the next week's episode. But
this the mental health episode?
Every episode is a mental health episode. So every episode has a glimmer or like, what I'm trying to do is like wrap this conversation with the homies, whether it be people that I know from the golf world, from hip hop world out here in Eugene, athletes, all that. I want to be able to just have a dope ass conversation about the shit that they got going on. I want to get them flowers, but I also want to like unpack the real issues that are behind it. Cause like as Black men in general, we all suffer PTSD, and it comes from the same exact place. Mental illness is real, nigga. I was diagnosed with bipolar this year, so for sure, bro. So like people need to understand it's like it's more to it than just people saying like, oh, I have mental illness, and it's like them using that as a handicap. Like, no, bro. It's if you unpack this and if you talk about it and if you make it normalize talking to your niggas about going to therapy or even like having conversations with them as if like you guys are open counselors to each other. If we normalize that, like we normalize going to the club, fucking bitches, smoking weed and playing basketball, we would be more healthy. And then the young bucks would see that shit. And then like that's the change that we need. That's how we impact change. It's not like let's force some niggas at the top to do it for us. We change our own community, bro. The OGs impacted us. We the OGs now. It's time for us to do our fucking job. You see what I'm saying? And this is just a platform for me to be able to bring my homies on and say the same exact shit in different ways. That's all it is. I dig that. For sure, man. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to do some cool shit for the world, bro. Hey, I appreciate it, man. But the oldest young looking nigga I know. If you shave right now, you're getting ID, nigga. Don't what? Oh my god, nigga! I know, bro. This nigga, bro. 31, looking like I'm fucking 25 still. Nigga, no, I just need to shave a fine, nigga. Black don't crack, nigga. You shave at all, baby, at all. You're getting ID, G. Let's go into some of your inspirations, man. Growing up, like coming up, who, what, in what sense, like music, like, just like you as a human being, and then you can branch off from there if you want to. Okay. Like who influenced Buddy the poet? Buddy, no, I don't know. Buddy's a different person. Buddy ain't, this is my look. I got sides, so okay. Buddy, he was breaded before he was even thought of, and God had something for him, and God knew the spirit Buddy would come through. My mom is a genius, and I say genius in the realm of almost witchery. There's geniuses in certain elements of life. You have emotional geniuses, all these different, you know what I'm saying? With her, she was a person genius. Like her navigation through people was like, nigga, we would go to the store for one item and we would meet everybody in there. We would have numbers. We would be invited to fucking family events. Like, bro, I can't tell you. Black women know how to do that, bro. I'm telling you, but that spirit
she passed down to me, and all of us, my siblings, all carry different pieces of it. But for me, that was my main inspiration of me becoming Buddy and how Buddy existed. Niggas called me Buddy before I even came out the stomach. Teachers, I had an auntie this year just told me she knew found out my name was Robert. I'm 29. She like, your real name's not Buddy? Auntie, really? Like okay. But so that has been like, that's, I don't want to say my alter ego, but that has been my upfront. I don't like being around somebody, you're in my sphere and I don't know who you is. So Buddy comes out, hey, what's up, bro? How are you doing? If my energy turns you off, I don't want to be around you. But if you could carry on a conversation real quick, hey, how you doing, man? What's your day? When I ask you, hey, how your day going? I really am, hey, nigga, how's your day? Like,
yeah, for sure. Let me know.
Because maybe you gonna teach something. Teach us both something off this conversation. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But then Rob the Poet came from Abstract. Abstract came from me trying to be a rapper. But look, Abstract was who I was while I was behind bars, because that was my thinking, that was my whole mentality, was to be abstract. What everybody else was doing, it was different. Yeah, it's like, nigga, why are all y'all niggas being hurted? Nigga, like, what the fuck? So even with this project, I'm vulnerable with it, like, because I don't do rap. I'm not a rapper, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's why it says in the name, Rob the Poet. So if niggas come at me like, oh, nigga, that rap album was trash, good, nigga, because it wasn't meant
for, it was a poetry album,
bumping and jumping,
word,
nigga.
Bitch.
Exactly, nigga. This was my transition, nigga. This is my journal entry, nigga. Everything's aligned, period. 11/11, nigga. So you know what I'm saying? That's just kind of the mindset with that. But Rob the Poet came from, again, after Abstract, I just felt like Abstract, once coming home, wanted to be somebody he wasn't. Abstract wanted to conform. And Rob the Poet is me taking my liberation back of, nigga, this is what I came off of. This is what I love. This is me. Yeah. And this whole project, I hope it sounds different. I hope nothing really sounds like anybody that you've heard. Not to try to be bumping or anything. No, I just want to be in my own lane. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Even with my promotion of it, nigga, I didn't, up until like the day of, niggas didn't even know I was really putting shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's like sparse. I dropped it. I dropped something like, I think like 2 or 3 days before, but like it was sparse. Like it like I do the same shit with my podcast, bro. I should do more, but like I do that shit like the week, day of, or day before, bro. Like let niggas know what's up. Like it's the people who will listen to it. That's how I feel.
Exactly.
It's meant to fall in the ears of the people who are supposed to accept it for what it is, not for like some superficial bullshit. One more question I got for you, and then we're gonna go into like the podcast questions that I usually ask niggas anyway. Okay. If there are 2 more questions, excuse me. Okay. One is, dead or alive, who would you want to do a feature with? Dead or alive?
Nipsey.
Quick, easy. I like that too.
Nipsey.
I think the storytelling both you guys have works. Balances.
Bro, what he's taught me what he's taught me, and bro, I cried. And that was Tupac.
All right, so now we got a little baby here. This is my niece.
We got a guest. Yeah,
we got another guest to the show.
Yeah. You want to say hi? Okay.
She said no. It's all good, boo boo. They don't need to see you anyway. These people don't need to see you. They need to pay for that, huh?
I wasn't hiding my daughter from the world. I was
Oh man. And then another question, man, that I ask people a lot is, if you were to give somebody 30 seconds, or somebody came up to you 30 seconds and asked you what you want to do with your music moving forward, what would you let them know?
I would let them know that I would want to live more life, because my journal entries is an entry into part of my journey and part of my phase. Okay. And that was kind of me ending that phase, that like completion project. Okay. So going forward, I would love to live more life for myself, for my youngins. But with that, through the experience, be able to be a vessel. Like, truthfully, I'm not looking to touch 1,000 people. I've learned in my line of work, you touch one soul, you didn't did a job because you saved that soul. You don't know what the impact of that one soul is going to do, right? Mm-hmm. You never know how that one thing can multiply. So it would be to live more life, like real shit. It would be to live more life. Dope, and I am. And like, back to the move down here, like, nigga, I come outside, there's deer in my lawn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
Not just one, every day.
Nice.
I wake up to sunrise. I don't have a window. I don't have drapes. I don't need it. I ain't got neighbors that close.
Like, yeah, that's Texas for you. Yeah, so much space.
When I first moved out here, before a lady and my daughter came out, I was walking around butt naked. Nigga, I was on my porch in the morning, butt naked, just standing out there, just yeah, just letting it.
Hello, my neighbors.
Hey, yeah. And honestly, I look forward, like, bro, when I get up, it's nighttime still, and then I drive to work, and it's the most beautiful sun cast that you can see. I ain't gotta look over my back. Real shit. I'm about to go get me a couple pistols, but you know what I'm saying? I don't need a pistol now. I mean, I may need, because everybody in Texas got guns, but like the threat.
You're not a Texan if you don't have a gun.
Exactly. Anxiety's going, nigga. Like, yeah, nigga, like, I'm going to parks, nigga. I'm out here. Yeah, I'm living life, man. What Lil Wayne said, he said, man, over here at Cash Money, we ain't doing nothing, just spend money and just living.
We just living.
And like, real talk, that's kind of what it is over here. I'm finding happiness again. Like, this is my therapy. Like, niggas, when they rehab, they go to a rehab. It's in a different place. This is my rehab from life right now, and this is life, so it's cool.
That's dope, bro. That's dope. Man. All right,
let's get
fire off questions.
Bam. Okay, what?
Blunts or joints?
What?
Blunts or joints?
Blunts.
Yeah, you just started smoking backwards, nigga. I've seen that. What? Nah, don't say you've been on them for a while, brother.
I just learned how to proficiently like roll them and shit.
I remember when we first started smoking, bro. Was not a smoker like that.
Y'all didn't put me on to it. You didn't put me on.
Basketball, football.
Basketball.
Wings. If you're eating chicken wings, are you going drums or flats?
Drums. This is usually a golf question right here, but what is your favorite golf course to play at? You ain't never really played golf like that, though, have you? Glen Fair. It's the only one I know. Nigga, it's the only one you know. Hey, shout out to Glen Fair. There, right? No, that's in Portland. Glen Fair. Hey, shout out to Glen Fair in Portland, bro. I play some Portland golf courses all the time. Yeah. If you were to have a perfect meal, what would it be? Medium rare steak. Just steak? And I could tell, just steak? And some asparagus and some mashed potatoes. Okay. But look, the only place I want to get that from is Davis. The Davis? Davis, downtown Eugene, bro. I promise you, when I say the steak was buttery, like it was melted. It melted. It melted the steak. Nigga, it was bristly and then it melted. Nigga, I didn't know if I should enjoy how much I enjoyed it when it was in my mouth. Pause. But nigga, I was like, nigga, hold up. Like, nigga, it was good. Nigga. I was savoring each bite, nigga. I wanted to take it home. You know how nigga like, yeah, like, bro, I want to eat it, but I don't want to eat it. Like, yeah, like, I want this. I want to be able to enjoy this in my house with no pants. Yeah, exactly. If I want to, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. All right, so this last one, bro, I'm gonna go off camera, bro, and I'm gonna give you the floor. Okay. And what I want you to do is just give people where to find you, promote your album, and then right at the very end, let people know what is a saying that you live by. All right. Oh, saying that you live by. All right. I smoked a lot of weed, nigga. That was a fire round. Okay. So all my information, social media, essentially, right? Yeah. Boom. And then where to find my music. Got you. Promote that. And then the third one is a saying that you live by. And a saying that I live by. Okay. Are you ready, nigga? I think so, nigga. I smoke a lot of weed, like I said. Right, let's see, bro. I've been smoking weed all the time. I'm a goldfish, nigga. Let's go for it. You got it. What did he say, baby? Oh, yeah. Social medias. Yeah. Oh, you want me to start now? Yeah, you got it. I'm slow, bro. Hey, man, check me out. Rob the Poet, Instagram, Nothing else yet. I might get a Twitter soon. Look up music on all streaming platforms. Journal entry 1111. It's a testament. It's a part of my soul. It's not something you're gonna hear every day. It's not something you're gonna try to bump every day. It's something that you need to listen to when you're going through some shit. Because I was going through some shit and I let that go. And I guess goes through my life mantra. There you go. Boom, that's one. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Live in the moment. Treasure the moments, period. Robert Poet.
Yeah, he did it without fault. He didn't have to ask his daughter for some help, but he did it without fault. Hey man, I truly appreciate you, bro, for coming on, man. Again,
thank you for having me, bro. Like real
for
shit,
sure, man. I appreciate you as a human being, nigga. Like your growth and your trajectory in life as a human being, as a father, and as an artist are just on the uprise. Just make sure you keep the things that matter in the forefront, and everything goes, fuck it. You feel what I'm saying? Keep that energy, all right?
Well, look.